Right, and each one in grade, Rav Wolbe says it moves more like a higher. It moves up in grades, like spiritually, each one.
Y cada elemento va como ascendiendo en grandeza, como en un escalón va ascendiendo.
So that means it's more that means to overcome it, you need to find a higher a higher place in your mind to overcome each stage.
Entonces, para ir superando cada etapa, uno debe tener una conciencia más elevada de sí mismo.
You said it very good. And right, and we said that. I mean, therefore, I mean, in the first one, we said even a lazy man is smarter in his own mind than seven wise people giving him explanations.
Cuando explicamos sobre el perezoso, él piensa que su opinión es mucho más sabia que 7 sabios opinando.
Right, but then when we get to pleasure, it's not so easy even to explain why a person shouldn't pursue all the pleasure he can possibly get. I mean.
Cuando llegamos a placer, dijimos que una persona no puede alcanzar a tener todos los placeres que quisiera tener.
No, it's not so easy to explain why this is so to a person.
Es difícil explicarle a una persona por qué esto sucede.
Because, and even we said from the teacher of Wolbe that whatever pleasure we have is going to be every small pleasure we have is very beloved to us.
Y esto todo explicarlo al maestro de Rav Wolbe, que decía que cada placer que tengamos es muy valioso para nosotros.
Even a small pleasure is going to be very precious to us.
Incluso un pequeño placer puede ser muy preciado para nosotros.
Like a child that holds on to their doll like it's everything in the world.
Como un niño que se sujeta a su muñeca como si fuera lo más importante en la vida.
And so only by being able to get in touch with a sense of a higher pleasure, then you can get yourself rise above this thing, physical pleasure.
Entonces, si una persona logra encontrar ese placer superior, elevado, es capaz de superarse y de ver más allá.
Right. To connect, to at least have a sense, you need to connect in this world to some spiritual pleasure, spiritual feeling for spiritual pleasures in this world.
En ese mundo, por lo menos hay que intentar encontrar ese placer espiritual.
Then we can have a feeling. We'll have a stronger feeling that the in the next world is the pleasure is, much greater.
Entonces, en el siguiente mundo, podemos darnos cuenta que el placer es mucho más grande, mucho más grandioso.
Right. Only if we have a feeling for these things in this world, then we'll be able to get hold on to the vision of what's going to be in the next world.
Entonces, solo mediante el placer que siente la persona en este mundo, puede llegar a percibir o hacerse una idea de cómo sería el placer en el otro mundo.
Right, but the spirit, I'm talking spiritual specifically. Only when he has a feeling for spiritual pleasure in this world.
Pero solo si tiene ese placer espiritual en este mundo.
Right. Then at least you can balance out against the physical pleasure.
Entonces así puede encontrar un balance entre el placer físico y el placer espiritual.
Because if you don't have that, then the physical pleasure is precious. Like the teacher always says, very precious to a person.
Porque de no ser así, entonces este placer físico es el placer más preciado, lo más importante.
And there's no way you can contemplate him trying to take it away from a person.
Y es muy difícil hacer que la persona pueda contemplar otro placer fuera de él.
To be taken away. It's like taking away a doll from a little child.
Para tomárselo, para quitárselo a una persona, sería como quitarle la muñeca a un niño.
Okay. And so that was the second of the elements, and then the third one is already the wind.
Ese fue el segundo elemento. El tercer elemento fue el viento.
And the wind, the challenge was, I mean, is a person going to use their highest capacities, for what?
El reto en este cuarto elemento es si la persona puede encontrar llegar a su mayor potencial.
No, let me say it again. Didn't come clear. Is a person going to use their highest capabilities, which is speech? For what will they use?
Si la persona va a usar su cualidad más importante, que es el habla, ¿cómo la utilizaría?
What is he going to use it for? Is he going to use it to serve the higher self, the higher part of himself, the mind part of himself, the mindful part of himself?
Si va a usar la parte más elevada, la parte consciente de su mente para el habla.
So he's going to use speech for that, to serve the mind, basically.
Entonces básicamente va a ser que el habla se vuelva un sirviente de la mente.
Or is speech going to be like a servant of the lower part of himself, and just to go on and on, trying to gain what for the lower part? That's.
O, por otro lado, la persona puede hacer que el habla se vuelva el sirviente o la parte más baja de nosotros. Entonces, ¿qué va a hacer?
Right. So this is a finer challenge than even pleasure. I mean.
Y esto es un reto un poco más difícil en comparación al placer.
No, finer means like grains of sand. You have like thick coarse salt, and you have fine salt, like the small little salt. So that's finer. It's finer quality than pleasure.
Esta es una cualidad un poco más fina en comparación al decir el placer.
Right, because speech is already, which way speech is going to go is quite subtle, and
porque ver hacia dónde va el habla es un poco más sutil.
What is your speech serving is a subtle thing.
¿A qué sirve tu habla? Eso es un poco más sutil.
And that's what we said. Even in Torah, when you're studying Torah, there still could be a question. What are you serving when you study? Which part of you is?
Incluso cuando estudias la Torah, uno piensa qué estás tratando de conseguir, qué estás tratando de encontrar con eso. Aún eso es cuestionable.
Right. So you see that always in whatever you're speaking, you have this question. I mean, what are you what part of you are you serving when you're speaking?
Entonces, cuando hablas, también hay esa pregunta, ¿qué parte de ti estás sirviendo?
Right, and so that's why this is even a higher thing, a higher, finer, a test, a bigger challenge than the one before it even.
Es por esto que se vuelve una tarea, un reto un poco más fino, más sutil para nosotros.
All right, and so then we get to the last one. Right. Oh, but one more point that I was trying to make before we get to them. I mean,
llegamos al último que quiero llegar.
One more point that I wanted to make, which is that so if you have 7 wise men, if the lazy man is smarter than 7 wise men, then these other ones, the and the wind, they're even more so. I mean. That's all.
Could you repeat the part?
Yeah, if the lazy man is already smarter than 7 wise people explaining things, so then certainly when you face the challenge of the other ones, it's even more so like that, a challenge.
Entonces es como un reto, como esta persona que es perezosa, que es un poco inteligente, cuando se enfrente a los 7 hombres sabios, es más o menos así.
Right. The person who sits on his couch always, in his mind, he's convinced of his excuses, and his excuses are better than anything else. Somebody else could possibly tell him.
Entonces esta persona que se sienta en el sofá tiene muchas excusas, muchos justificativos para decir que por eso lo está haciendo.
Right, and he believes that his excuses are better than anything any of these wise people could possibly tell him.
Entonces todas estas excusas son mucho más fuertes que cualquier cosa que estos sabios le puedan decir.
Right, he believes so in his mind. I mean, that's his way of looking at things.
La persona perezosa es la forma en que ella lo percibe, que lo piensa y no puede aceptar otra cosa fuera de eso.
Right. So certainly in the other ones, it's even more so like that. In a person's mind, he perceives that his whatever he's doing is justified, and even more so.
Incluso más en las personas en general también lo que ellos piensan, lo que ellos perciben, pues eso es todo lo que hay, no ven nada más.
With the other qualities, with the pleasure seeking and like you have even in the verse in the prophets, eat, drink, and be merry. Tomorrow I'll die. Whatever. That's what the pleasure seekers say.
Eso se refiere también a las cualidades, a la... sorry, I didn't hear what you said the last part.
Eat. In the prophets, it says that the pleasure seekers, they say, eat, drink, be merry tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm going to die.
Entonces, el que busca placer piensa, cada sorbo que doy así es importante, porque mañana quién sabe qué va a pasar, podría morir mañana.
It's a verse in the prophets like this.
Es un verso que hay en los profetas.
Okay, so now we get to fire, which is right. So we'll understand that it's an even finer than whatever we had before, fire. So we'll have to understand.
Entonces ahora vamos al fuego. Es una cualidad un poco más fina en comparación a las otras.
And we'll try to understand the repair of it. Rav Wolbe says here.
Rav Wolbe nos dice algo sobre la reparación de esta cualidad de fuego.
All right, so he says a fire, one of the things about a flame is that it always burns upwards.
Una de las cosas sobre la flama es que siempre se quema hacia arriba, upward.
Yeah. Always goes upwards. How does a flame know which way is up? I mean,
al menos la cabeza de la llama sabe la dirección hacia dónde es arriba.
Kavesa is that a person's head or a person's beard? The head.
You said the head of the flame, right?
Oh, the head of the flame. Oh, I don't really say the head of the flame.
Oh, sorry.
But
what did you say then?
all right. I don't remember what I said. I don't remember saying a head of the flame. Right. And again. Okay. No. It means to say that. It means that the top of the flame goes upwards. That's it.
Okay, entonces la parte de arriba de la flama sabe hacia dónde está la dirección de arriba.
Good. Right. I think it came up on Hanukkah. We talked about this. It somehow came up in there somewhere.
Creo que salió este tema en Hanukkah cuando lo vimos.
Right. So Rav Wolbe says this. So in a person, this is expressed as.
El Rav Wolbe dice en las personas se expresa de la siguiente manera.
Either to go up and up and up spiritually.
O vamos hacia arriba espiritualmente.
or to go up in arrogance and coarseness of spirit.
O podemos ir alto hacia la arrogancia.
Okay, so earlier when we first did the summation of when we first went through the elements, so Rav Wolbe had on one side to grow spiritually, on the other side to grow in valuing yourself. That's the other side.
Entonces, vimos como estas dos facetas cuando al comienzo Rav Wolbe decía que o aumentas espiritualmente o puedes ir aumentando en la parte de la arrogancia de la persona.
Or a person's self, ego, to grow the ego aspect of a person's self.
La parte
That's
individual. Okay, entonces la persona puede
that's the
crecer.
negative.
La parte
And
negativa es cuando
and
crece. Okay,
sorry.
Entonces la persona crece en la parte que dice que es la parte personal, la parte del ego individual.
Right. Oh, they say that in Spanish. Ego. Okay.
Yeah, it's the same word.
All right. And the sages look, seek in the Torah. Where does it say arrogance is prohibited? They ask him.
Y los sabios se preguntan en qué parte de la Torá está prohibida la arrogancia.
Does it say in any verse, don't be arrogant? Does it say there?
De alguna manera lo dice explícitamente, no seas arrogante.
It doesn't say it explicit. It doesn't say.
No dice explícitamente, no seas arrogante.
So the sages said that it said in the Torah it says, guard yourself lest you forget about Hashem.
En la Torah dice, guárdate a ti mismo de olvidar a Hashem.
To forget about Hashem. So the sages say that's where you see you're not that's where you see you're not allowed to be arrogant.
En esa parte que dice que no te olvides de Hashem es la parte que la persona debe decir. Es por eso que una persona no puede ser arrogante. No se debe olvidar de Hashem.
That's how. So the sages learned this from this verse.
Los sabios aprenden de este verso.
Okay, so basically, Rashi says if you forget about God.
Rashi dice, si te olvidas de Hashem.
No, if that means you have arrogance. That's.
Eso quiere decir que eres arrogante.
And so therefore, to overcome arrogance, Rav Wolbe says, you have to remember about Hashem constantly. Don't forget about Hashem. Ever.
Entonces, Rav Wolbe nos da esta herramienta para no ser arrogante, es siempre tener presente a Hashem, nunca olvidarse de Hashem.
Okay, but he says to be able to do this is a very great quality. To be able to.
El hecho de poder hacerlo en sí es una gran cualidad.
Right. To remember Hashem all the time, that's very great, he says.
El hecho de poder recordar a Hashem en todo momento es algo muy, muy grande.
Right. But so what is our job? No, Rav Wolbe says.
Entonces Rav Wolbe dice, ¿cuál es nuestro trabajo?
To prepare ourselves for this thing.
Prepararnos para estas cosas.
And the way to prepare, the direction to prepare is not to fall into arrogance and coarseness of spirit.
La forma de hacer esto es no caer en la arrogancia.
So we should try. So our goal, if so, is to be close to remembering Hashem.
Nuestra meta debería ser tratar de mantenerlo más cercano a siempre recordar a Hashem.
Or to not cause ourselves, our natures, to forget about Hashem.
O no permitirnos a nosotros mismos, a nuestra naturaleza, no olvidarnos de Hashem.
Okay, so basically, Amirin, basically, so if you're involved with serving, like, if you get too involved with serving yourself, then you're forgetting about Hashem. You're thinking that you're here to serve yourself.
Entonces, Rab Schneider dice que si una persona está involucrada mucho en sí misma, pues tiende a olvidarse de Hashem.
Because you think that you're here to serve yourself, promote yourself.
Porque piensas que debes servirte a ti mismo, promoverte a ti mismo.
Right. He says every person automatically has a sense of his being. It's very hard to get rid of this. I've always said.
Toda persona tiene un sentido de su ser. Es muy difícil de quitarse eso.
Because really bound up in the whole thing of I and myself and the fact that you exist even is that feeling itself almost like makes you forget about Hashem.
Porque este sentido que la persona tiene de su ser es tan fuerte que lo hace olvidarse de Hashem.
Right, and it could be not in a coarse way, but in some way.
Tal vez no sea de una forma abierta, tal vez pueda ser de una forma sutil.
Right, a person. It's very, very hard for a person not to put value on themselves, to perceive themselves as having a special value.
Es difícil para una persona no darse valor, darse este sentido de un valor elevado, es difícil.
Right, and he said we could see it that how people don't like automatically want to defer to somebody else. I mean, he says we can
Defer.
Yeah, defer means to. You know what I mean? You understand it? You want me to explain defer?
Yeah, like the whole idea. I kind of.
Defer means that you have an opinion and somebody else has an opinion, but you say, I defer to your opinion.
So, okay.
That's my opinion, but I defer to your.
Okay. So could you say the whole idea? You said before.
Yeah. Again, so Rav Wolbe says we can see this in a person because people don't. It's not so easy for a person to defer to other people or somebody else.
Revolve lo dice porque a las personas es difícil aceptar esa diferencia que vemos en otras personas.
Defer. It's
Diferencias.
not. Let me see. No, it's not difference. Defer means to. It comes from the word of. I don't know if you know the word deference. Okay, maybe you don't know that word. All right, let me see. Let's see if I can find it in Google.
Okay. Diferenciarse? No.
Slowly. Deference. Oh, here it says here. It says here. Deferir, apalazar,
Diferir.
dar una proroga. Proroga.
Dar una prórroga? No. ¿Qué es?
Give. That means let. Oh, deferir. Somebody understands it. Deferir. That's exactly the word. Deferir. Defer.
Diferir?
That's the word.
Okay.
Defer.
It's not the same difference? No.
I don't think so. You understand the deferir means defer. That means that when two people have an opinion, you say, let's say, I defer to your opinion. You know better than me. That's cool. Deferir.
Ok, so la palabra diferir sería como una persona tiene una opinión y yo tengo otra opinión y decir, no, yo
Right.
difiero de ti, no tenemos la misma opinión.
Right. So we see. So Rav Wolbe says we see it's not easy for people to defer to somebody else, a person that, right? That we know.
Entonces Ravolvi dice, vemos que para una persona es difícil aceptar esta diferencia de opiniones o diferir.
It's not to defer to somebody else's opinion. Deferir to somebody else's opinion.
No diferir de las opiniones de otras personas.
Okay. So that shows you that a person wants to value their own opinion more than somebody else's opinion.
Esto muestra que la persona quiere valorar más su opinión que la opinión de otras personas.
Okay, and to practice the Torah and the mitzvahs of Hashem.
Para practicar la mitzvah de la Torah de Hashem.
Then a person has to always defer to Hashem. You know.
Again, that word.
Oh, you still can't get it clear what it means.
Yeah.
Like when two people have an opinion, you defer to somebody else's opinion.
But a person can defer from Hashem. This way.
You're supposed to defer to Hashem. It doesn't mean different. It means defer means when you have two views and then you say the other one's better. I accept that my view is lesser and the other one is more.
Okay, entonces la opinión de la persona debe ir dirigida a Hashem, something like that.
Right. If you have an opinion and Hashem has an opinion, you have to say defer to Hashem.
Entonces, si una persona tiene una opinión, pues debe ir así compatible a la opinión de Hashem.
Right. So therefore, in that deference to Hashem, that's kind of like you have to nullify yourself, nullify your view. Look at you, perceive yourself as lesser.
Incluso en esta variación de opiniones que tengamos, uno tiene como que anularse a sí mismo.
No, that variation, the deference. Deference means to accept, to be humble and accept somebody else's opinion.
Entonces ser humilde.
I won't say the word deference anymore. I'll just say to be humble and accept somebody else's opinion. That's all.
Okay. So, la persona tiene que ser humilde y aceptar la opinión de otras personas.
Right. So therefore, when in relation to practicing the mitzvahs or Torah, then you have to be humble and accept that Hashem's opinion is greater than yours.
Entonces, en relación a cumplir una mitzvah o cosas relacionadas a la Torah, la persona tiene que aceptar que la opinión de Hashem es más importante.
Right, but that takes humility on part of a person.
Pero eso toma una parte de humildad de parte de la persona. Hello? Creo que se fue la conexión.